Laverne Cox can do it all, from being an Emmy-nominated actress to hosting red carpets and blazing trails along the way.
Yeah, now she's starring in the most watched movie on Netflix right now. It is called Uglies. Laverne plays the leader of a dystopian world that encourages cosmetic surgeries, and she's on the hunt for those who resist. Take a look.
I'm so sorry to delay your surgery. I know how excruciating that can be, but we need your help. Shay's missing. Please have a seat.
That's terrible.
You did realize she wasn't in the waiting room.
I thought she must have been sick, you know, or something like that.
Is that what you thought?
Ooh. Villain, you like playing the villain? Is it so much fun playing that role?
Had a blast. It was so delicious. I think of Dr. Cable as sort of a cross between Darth Vader and Miranda Priestley.
Oh, God, that's a good compliment.
After the fact, I didn't think about that when I was filming it. I was just thinking about the work and the subtext in the books. But afterwards, I was like, she's sort of a cross between Darth Vader and Miranda Priestley. What I love about this dystopian world, so it's not suggested, it is mandatory that you have surgery to become pretty at the age of 16, and you're ugly before that. And folks should understand that uglies in our universe aren't actually ugly, they just haven't had surgery yet. And the whole idea for Dr. Cable is that she's created this world in the future where no one is discriminated against because of how they look. So the idea is to create an egalitarian society.
So you kind of understand, and yet you're evil. You're evil.
There's a twist, right? And that we don't want to give away, but there are some perhaps ethical issues with the surgery that we discover later. And there's a resistance, right? So what's fun about the movie for me is that there's Tally's character, who you saw, the brilliant Joey King, who produced this as well. And then there's Shay, her counterpoint. And Tally has bought completely into the system. She wants to be pretty and wants to have her surgery. And Shay's like, maybe there's another way. And there is a resistance to this system called the smoke that I'm committed to squashing.
Oh, but this is done so well. I mean, we just said it was the #1 movie on Netflix. It obviously originated as a book. Did this success sort of surprise you, or did you kind of see it coming?
I hoped, you know, it's something you hope for, and I just, what I get excited about is people watching with their families. A journalist interviewed me, and she just watched the film with her 9-year-old and 11-year-old daughters, and right after they watched the movie, they went and they ordered the books, and that's exciting to me. And people hopefully having conversations about not just beauty standards, but like the system that's in place, because ultimately, like what Shay and Tally represent are like someone who's bought into the system, Tally, and then someone who questions that system. And I think we should all be looking critically at the systems and everything that we've been taught, and maybe think that there's another way.
Well, especially with social media and everything. It's been 10 years since you were nominated. It's been 10 years since you had that beautiful profile in Time. You were on the cover. What has the last 10 years been like for you?
Crazy. So, in 2014, I became the first openly transgender person to be on the cover of Time magazine with the headline, "The Transgender Tipping Point." First openly trans person to be nominated for a Primetime Acting Emmy. And it's been a roller coaster for me personally. It's been a dream come true. I mean, that was 2014. I was 42 years old when we shot that cover. My big break came in my 40s, but also there was this wonderful moment of people listening to trans people and us having an unprecedented kind of visibility over the past 10 years, but with that visibility has come a tremendous amount of backlash. There's been just all sorts of insane propaganda and misinformation about trans people. 25 states in the country now ban gender-affirming care for young people, when every medical institution, the American Academy of Pediatrics, American Medical Association, Endocrine Society say that, you know, gender-affirming care is healthy for young people. So we are being scapegoated and deeply dehumanized. And so it's wonderful about being an artist is getting to just tell human stories and get to be a human being.
Well, you can see the impact you're having. There's an actress, Nava Mau.
Nava Mau.
And you guys had a moment on the red carpet, and it was,
really
describe
beautiful.
what that moment meant for you.
I can't even watch it. Oh God, I get so emotional. You know, I wrote her a message like yesterday. I couldn't even write her because I was so emotional. When I watched Baby Reindeer, and then when I saw her walk up on the red carpet, it's like we're in this fire as trans people, and she felt like this phoenix sort of walking through the fire with all this strength and dignity and humanity, and I was just so inspired. And it's been hard to keep a sense of hope the past couple of years. I think with everything that's happening with trans rights, with reproductive rights, it's scary, and I cry a lot because I love trans people. I cry a lot because I want people to have control over their bodies and their destinies, and it's a really difficult time. And this beautiful young woman who worked on our documentary Disclosure, which is also on Netflix, she was an intern in 2018.
And she said that moment in her life changed everything for her, being with you.
Yeah. And so from that to being nominated, making history as the first trans person nominated in her category, it just gives me so much hope.
Yeah.
So much hope that it's possible in the face of every kind of obstacle and all kinds of dehumanization for you to rise up and be vulnerable and be human and be yourself and live out your dreams. And that's what this country should be all about.
Thank you,
Laverne, every time you're here, you feel inspired. And you guys watch Laverne and Uglies. It seems like everyone else is watching it.
Everyone else is. You should know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
I love this movie so much. I hope people will.
It's awesome.
Thanks,
it's streaming right now on Netflix.